Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Unicorn Overlord. Now, there might be a few, you might notice a few differences in quality and everything with the recording right now because I currently have a new setup going. So hopefully this will turn out quite well. I think the setup, the level's about the same as I did on my last setup, so it should sound fairly the same. But what we're currently doing right now, oops. Skip that. Thank you. We're going through the rapports. So let's get on with it. Finish these all off. Hopefully we'll make some damn progress. But this is a good chance to see like how the mic quality is going. Once the Norris invasion of the province, our defeat was sadly all but certain. Before long, the nobles of our land bent the knee to Galerius, one after the next, to ensure their houses would live on. And yet the Ash and Blue refused to yield. My father, my family, and my retainers all stood firm against the Northern onset, and all of them perished in the process. I have faith their sacrifice was not in vain. It simply can't have been. But every time I think back on the events of those days, I wonder what my father's resistance truly brought. Honestly, nothing. If only because he lost control of the terrain, of the territory, and all semblance of order, and the whole order was just been dismantled. Painful thought indeed. Some have even mocked his memory, claiming him little more than a fool, mistakenly thought he was a hero. Yeah, honestly, you're not really a hero until you've actually won. To merely lie down and beg for his life the moment he saw that victory was beyond him, for a knight, such actions are the mark of a coward, not a leader. Just as you say, Clive, his sacrifice was not in vain. It was. Indeed, it was the very impetus which has been seen to take up his battle. A battle that rages on even now. He could have easily have been like, honestly, like Albion has proven the correct way of doing it. Yes, let them cede control because you don't have the military might to stop them, but fund all the rebellion efforts on the sly. And as an orange of the wicked intent of our noble house, because you retain all your wealth as a result of that. And even should we defeat Galerius, I imagine it would be difficult to return to the days of innocence which came before. All this time I've thought only of restoring Cornea to my family's rule, yet have no knowledge of what the kingdom I fight for even used to look like. Not its history, not its pain. As a child, everything I could have wanted was housed within our castle walls. I never considered what suffering lay beyond, nor did I need to, for that matter. My very existence was that of ignorance, blind to the fundamental truths of the world in which I lived. That began to change, of course, during my years in Palavia. Yet in that time, Cornea was reduced to an ideal in my head, the name of the place I once knew and nothing more. I fully intend to avenge my mother, to lay waste to his Noria for what they've done to this continent. But after all this time, I fear I've no attachment to the home I lost. Have I truly the right to be king of such a home, and for a reason so seemingly insignificant as the family I was born into? 'Tis thoughts such as these that instill in me the same doubts which likely once plagued my grandfather. If I might interject, Your Highness, the profound uncertainty is precisely why you deserve the rule. To summon the winds of change across Cornea's field just as King Gerard did before you. I understand your worries, truly I do, yet I assure you they are wholly unnecessary. And I, for one, am eager to see what manner of kingdom we create in the decades to come. You have my thanks, Clive. To hear those words grant me strength beyond my greatest belief, and I shall do whatever I must to honor their conviction. And that town is cut off. I can't even reach him. I can just skip and hop. There you go. Lanningham Mill. So yeah, you never ever need someone to go dirty in their hand for you. I'm your guy. I could never ask that of you, Gamel. Not after you promised me you would be living an honest life now. I'll not have you abandon that pursuit of my name. You still believing in me, huh? Still trusting that I'm a new man free of all this thieving business? Were you not, the Lesser's royalty would be questioned as well, for ever speaking in your favor, and given the matter of your sister, I don't suspect you could do something so foolish. Got nothing to say to that. I am telling the truth, you know, but I gotta come clean about something. Ever since I decided to join with you, I've been wondering if I really deserve this kind of life. I don't know, maybe it's just my conscience getting the better of me. But I seriously do wanna spend whatever I got left helping people who need it, even if it meant sinking into life of crime. Besides, if someone's gotta do it, I figured that someone better off being me instead of you. Don't give a damn how dangerous it is, neither. Far as I'm concerned, I should have been dead that day in Colloquies. That's enough, Gamble. If you truly wish to atone for the sins of your past, you need to merely carry their lessons into your future, both of your sake of your sisters. You're a real piece of work, Elaine. But when you're right, you're right. Won't be bringing this up again. I pray you don't. Alright. Don't do that yet. Do this one. It should really be on characters, shouldn't it? This rapport. Joseph. And here we are. Oh, okay. Cornea. It's just so full of them. Are you ready to go now, Radio? I am sorry for making you come all the way to my house with me. With how quickly everything's happened, I really had the chance to say goodbye. And look, I grabbed a little something from open my mom by. There's a marvelous painting, Ridiel. That's her back when she was first joining up with the Knights of Elheim. Apparently she got a commission for the next to nothing. You could hardly tell from looking at it, especially the manner her sword gleams in the sunlight. It's really something, isn't it? I always used to love it as a kid. Spent hours upon hours staring at it, just hanging there on the wall. Not that I ever dreamt of becoming a knight myself. Looking back on it, I think it was all some kind of childish wonder, admiration for a world I know nothing about. But once I got older, starting seeing for myself the kind of prejudice half-elves like me face, I realized just how impossible a reality this old thing depicted. I'm sorry, Brielle. After that, it was painful even looking at it, so I shoved it in the closet and tried to forget instead. Kept it there even after my mom died, but every once in a while I'd dig it up and wonder what she'd think if she knew how I felt. If nothing else, I'm certain she would be happy to see you staring at it again, just as you did when you were a child. I can only imagine how proud it would make her to know you've inherited her bitter struggle against Noia. I'll win it, too, in her memory. I'll win it, too, in her memory. There it is. Having trouble sleeping, Joseph? Ah, good evening, Your Highness. I was merely recalling the last time I set foot in these lands on a voyage of duty at Queen Elenia's side. What reason did you and my mother have for visiting Elfheim? If you wouldn't mind sharing the tale with me, that is. It must have been 20 years past by now. We had received word that a pack of Bestrels were seen crossing the border into southern Cornea. How? They come from the north. Evidently they hailed from this very region. No, they're not. Yet at the time, passage to and from Bestoria to our north was altogether barred. So as you can surely imagine, few in Cornea had ever laid eyes on a Bestrel before that day. How did they arrive in Helma exactly? For what purpose were they advancing into our territory? That was what we hoped to learn ourselves and sent the lord of the region, Raymond, to capture the errant Bestrels. The foul sorcerer betrayed our nation. Shortly after, an envoy of soldiers crossed the border from Elheim and demanded we hand over any Bestrel we were able to capture, and of course to alert them to the presence of any further that we discovered. Raymond reacted rather severely upon hearing this. He claimed it not but pretext for the Elven nation to invade our own. I can hardly think a single reason why they want to do such a thing. From what I understand, the bounties of Elheim are equally as rich as those of Cornea, if not more, and they've little economic hardship due to their lengthened lifespan and slower population growth. Right you are, Your Highness. Queen Danny argued these very points herself. but there can be no discounting the inordinate fear which people have for the unknown. The particular region of Elheim is home to many half-elves, while the pure blood tend to be few and far between. In other words, it is a place of refuge for undesirable parts of elven society. Yet rather than sympathizing with the plight of the downtrodden, Cornea was rampant with baseless rumors and slander. Chief among them claimed that the elves had employed a wicked magic to transform humans into bestial warriors. Warriors who kept hidden in this territory with the intent of launching an eventual attack. Sensing the danger in such spiteful sentiment, Queen Elenia requested an audience with the then Tyrannos of Elheim. Thus it was decided they would meet here in a province known for its relative independence, and that I was to accompany Her Majesty in a vital role as a personal guard. Were we able to reach a resolution? In the end, yes. Both nations agreed to only patrol their respective sides of the border in search of Bestrels. Those Bestrels will be delivered safely back to Bestorius, as stated in terms negotiated with their king. It was upon the fulfillment of that agreement that this cautionary tale met its conclusion. I hadn't realized the lands held such history. Her Majesty's political sense was truly a joy to witness, while all who doubted her could only look on in stunned silence. I have every faith that such skill lives on within you. I pray you're right, and thank you, Joseph, for sharing the story with me. There's such strange turns of phrases, but yeah, upon rereading it does make sense. It just catches me a bit off guard. What's the matter, boy? Can't sleep? Ah, yes, Your Honor, apologies if I woke you. You didn't. I was just about to turn in for the night when I saw you leaving your tent. Let me guess, the rush of our battle earlier is keeping you awake. It's a common problem among young knights. You have the short of it, and while I know I'll suffer for this unease tomorrow, here I stand all the same. The human mind can be a cruel thing sometimes. Here, drink this. It's a concoction of mine that can quell your worries and lull you to a peaceful sleep, though I expect you to find it bitter indeed. It's quite an honor, and one I would be a fool to decline. I can only but imagine the slumber such a potion would bring. Now let's see here. Blah. Didn't like it? Don't worry, everyone spits out their first dose. That's why I always carry a spare bottle. Now go on, try again. Must I? No, I can't let her kindness go unrequited. Summon your courage, Arrow. Prove your worth as a gallant knight of Cornea. I've never seen someone invoke chivalry to stomach one of my medicines. Maybe I should put some effort into the flavor. I'll be in then. Might I request an audience for a moment, Your Highness? But of course, what is it, Miriam? Well, I was merely wondering how you regard my work compared to that of the rest of our army. Just a surprising level of incertitude coming from you. Yeah, that's weird. Yes, you needn't assess yourself by the feats of others. Everyone has their own natural strength, and you are no different. Is there a reason you seek such an answer? Forgive my folly, Your Highness. I know well that our army's only aim in this war is to vanquish Denoria and restore this kingdom to its proper rulers. It's the same conclusion I seek myself as well, but I received a letter from my father this morning stating the importance of distinguishing my deed from those of my peers. I suppose he purely fixated on what plaudit our house shall receive upon the end of the war. Recognition from the crown would prove a boon to any noble family, yes. 'Tis a strange contradiction, 'tis not? Under normal circumstances, a knight is meant to protect their people. Yet in times of strife, we are judged almost wholly on how many enemies we're able to slaughter. It is a thought I very much despise, in sooth. But it is also a necessary one should we ever wish to bring peace to these afflicted lands. You needn't dwell on such upsetting notions, Miriam. What matters now is that the work you do is of great importance, great benefit both to the liberation and to myself. And to my eye, you've already achieved the very distinction your father wishes for. I thank you for the generous words, Your Highness. But where's my gold? Where's my cut? Oops, wrong one. Oh, I'll take some more. Oh, fancy seeing you here, Elaine. You seem troubled, Travis. Is everything alright? I'm fine. Though, maybe you might know how to help. With what exactly? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, there's someone in our army you're having trouble getting along with. How would you go about fixing that? You wish to be on better terms with them, eh? I'm not asking for me, actually, just a friend. In that case, I believe the simplest thing for your friend to do is tell the other party precisely how they feel. And what if he's not so good at speaking his mind? Hey, what are you two talking about over there? Just what I need. But I might as well see what you think. Let's say, hypothetically speaking. You asked me the quickest way to make new friends by being nice to him. That's a surprisingly sensible idea coming from you. And what's that supposed to mean? I have to wonder though, what does being nice even entail? If it were Lex, he would likely do so by treating this person to a hearty meal. Got that right. Not a soul in Fabris who doesn't like a warm bowl of food. Aha. Well, I'd better get back to town. Thanks for the help. He was definitely asking for himself, yeah? Not a doubt in my mind. I only hope this venture of his proves successful in the end. Successful. Lex, what are you doing out here? Just thinking about my mom, I guess. And what I'm gonna do once this war's finally over. Elaine will be busy being king and all, so there's no going back to the way it used to be. Doubt he'll want to keep me hanging around the place either. Nonsense. As one of His Highness's most loyal retainers, you shall surely be able to come and go as you please. Not a chance, Joseph. Guy like me can't cut it with all these stuffy noble types. Is that truly what you think? Then imagine yourself in His Highness's position if you would. What would you wish for your dearest friend upon taking the throne? Well, do you understand now? 'Tis a fair worry that His Highness's coronation should put distance between you. Yet that distance is merely one of your own creation. You're probably right, yeah. But knowing the problem is only half the battle. I've still got to figure out what to do about it. Simply do whatever you feel is right, and that shall be enough. I'm sorry? You see, Lex, true friendship should always transcend no matter how wide the gulf may seem at times. Such is the ironclad bond you and His Highness share. Thanks, Joseph. I don't know where we'd be without you. It's funny, I'm not usually the kind of guy to get all worried like this. But that's enough parting for one day. There'll be plenty of time to think about this stuff after we beat Galerius. Indeed. Whichever path they choose to walk there, they both shall endure forevermore. Making steady progress. I say as I look at this. Shit. I have to do these guys too. Oh, fuck's sake, game. I hate this. Okay. Travis. Tally-ho. Appreciate you lending me so many books, Travis. It's been quite a gratifying journey through the various genres of literature. Glad you're having fun with it. So, what do you think of this one? It was a compelling read indeed, though I found myself struck by a particular passage within. The past is unchangeable while the future is unknown. So if you wish to achieve true happiness, you must seek it out in the present moment. I consider that to be rather self-evident idea myself. But you have to realize it's an elf who's saying it. With how long most of them live, you'd normally think they'd be talking about the future instead. Though regardless of lifespan, it's vital to exist in the here and now. I may not know how this war shall end, but I plan to cherish every second I spend with my friends along the way. Our triumphs and our troubles both. Can't disagree with you there. I know it won't last forever either. Things will change once you take the throne. You're wrong, Travis. King or no, I am your friend first. And the crown shall never keep me from speaking with you like this. Ah. Well, I hope you're right. Good. Oh, further on. Oh, that's a lot. Radio, Chloe. Still training, Radio. It's getting late, you know. I'm aware, but this is the only way I can prove that I'm here for the right reasons. The only way I can make up for selling you out to Zenoira. That doesn't mean you need to work yourself to the bone doing it. I don't remember asking your opinion. Show me your hand, Radio. Blisters just like I thought. I'm surprised you can even hold your bow through all the pain. Well, I don't have a choice. You know that just as well as I do. You're wrong, Radio. Just think about what would happen if all the strain caused you to falter when it mattered most. The others could get hurt. Elaine could get hurt. The only thing that would prove is that he can't trust you. To be there is when he needs you. But listen, Radio, I'm sure your mom would be worried too if she saw you like this. So just take it slow, okay? You'll get there, even if it's not as fast as you might want. Once again, you lectured me exactly like she would. And now that you mention it, I guess I was getting a little impatient. Then here, put some of this balm in your hand and then string that bow for the day. And I better not catch you training like this again. Thanks, Chloe. I won't let you down, I promise. Berenice, what's she doing here? Yet again, your training proves a true test of mettle, Berenice. But hey, at least you've got the guts to keep coming back for more. Almost reminds me of myself when I was younger. Does it now? You probably won't believe it looking at me. But I got bullied all the time as a kid. That does come as a surprise, yes. Well, blame all the bad harvests we used to have. I was barely skin and bones most of the time. But I wanted nothing more than to be able to stand up for myself, so I started training. Now look at me. Tough enough to take down every last bully in Ferris. That's why I decided to become a knight, actually. To help kids like me who didn't have it in them to fight back. Didn't last that long, sadly. But whether it's in the biggest war or in the tiniest brawl, this world preys on the weak, day in and day out. And someday I'm gonna change that. I hope you do. You're fighting for the same reason, right? To make a better life for all your people. For all of our people. I am, but we really should be getting back to our training now, Berenice. Sorry, I'm not in the mood anymore. Think I need a little change of pace after all that depressing stuff. What did you have in mind? A rematch. I still haven't gotten over losing to you the day we won it. I should have known you'd suggest another form of exercise. Hey, it's not like you're any better. You and I both know you'd rather be doing this than sewing or painting. I won't deny that, and I suppose it would do us well to measure the results of our training. Just don't expect it to go as easy as last time, eh? There you go. Isilion. Please, Dinagos. Embrace me any tighter and you'll squeeze the life out of me. Forgive me. I'm merely pleased to see that the little nuisance I once knew has grown into a fine young man. One who seemingly refused to use anything but my full name now. I'd rather like Lynn, you know. Enough. I'm not the child anymore. Yes, I can see that. You sound a mighty warrior now. And having observed you in our most recent battle, I dare say your skill with the blade surpasses even my own. Do you really mean that? But of course. You've come a long way from your days of mischief, waving twigs at any fairies who dared venture too close. Spare me the mockery, I beg you. In all seriousness, though, it seems you were right to have chosen the blade, rather than the bow. It was either that or live in your shadow for the rest of my life. Now I can stand on my own, unmatched in my prowess with the sword. Even now I shudder to think the shame I would feel if Ter Eltalinda were to see you coming to my rescue. Yet you've grown more than strong enough to ease such fears, only because I had you teaching me. All the same, I'm certain Tor Rosalind is proud indeed to have a fencer of your caliber at your side. And scene. I keep doing that one. Let's be doing this one. It doesn't default to the latest one. Auburn, yeah, you should be done. Oh, crap. Tatiana. No, what could it be? Certain had it with me last night, meaning I must have dropped it in this morning. That it was stolen from me. Oh, you okay over there? Leave me be. I was in bad enough mood without a foul bandit asking after my well-being. Let me guess, you got something swiped off you. Because if so, keeping an ex-thief around is probably your best bet to swiping it back. Why would you help me? We barely know each other. You must have an ulterior motive, but what is it? Healing? Or maybe some sort of medicine? Enough with the damned questions. It seemed you needed a hand with something, so here I am. Now come on, what are you looking to get back? One of the 6 possessions I have to remember Lord Ghislaine by. Mind telling me what it looks like? Is it like his nail clippings? I was a fool to have ever asked for your help. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Searching's always quicker when you got an extra pair of eyes. Still, can't believe we found it under your pillow, though. Laugh at me one more time and I'll personally make sure you never laugh again. Ugh, really scary. Anyway, I better get out of here. Don't go losing it again, eh? All of that needed to even ask for a reward. Not what I'd expect from an ex-bandit. Now, if we manage to get every single one done, we'll do some treasure hunting. Say, Scarlet, you think you'll end up going back to Bavaria once all of this is done and over with? Why do you ask? I don't know, I was just thinking. Elaine and I spent all those years there training for the war. But looking at it now, you kind of realize how peaceful a life really had. Of course, I'm not planning to move back myself, but I'd do anything to go back the way it used to be. I guess Elaine will be king by then, so he'll be living in the royal palace, not tucked away at Palavia. It's hard to say where we'll be either, really, but one thing's for certain. No matter where we end up, I'll never forget the time we spent there. The way you and Elaine would train together on the beach every morning, or the way you'd run into the cathedral afterwards interrupting my prayers and your childish arguments. You always looked so mad, I thought you were going to kill us. Well, I was upset, but I'll look back on it fondly all the same. Me too, Scarlet, me too. A word, Zabby. Why is it always you arrive late to muster? Such tiredness impacts not only yourself, but the lasting morale of our entire army. Because there's only so much time I have for my work, and I'd rather don't enjoy being pulled away from it. I'll not fault your dedication to this research, yet while you march as a member of the Liberation Army, you've no choice but to follow His Majesty's every order. I suppose so, yes, and I can't deny how much he's done for me. I try to improvise for his sake. See that you do more than try. As well as you know, there are few amongst our ranks who can rival your immense ability with curses. In fact, I often hear the other soldiers singing out your praises for the contributions to important battle. Do you now? I didn't know they felt that way about me. At times I've even wondered if my lack of offensive magic was a burden to them. I assure you, you've no need to worry. Each of us have our own strengths and weaknesses, Selvi. And I, for one, put great stock in your strength if only you would do the same. Thank you for saying so, Joseph. All I ask is to return to you. You perform your duties with the utmost care. Speaking of which, I trust you've not forgotten your upcoming battle. Of course not, I could never. Somehow I struggle to believe you, but very well. Let us depart together. Oh, Roy on the other side. Do you honestly think you can beat me? Don't be stupid. What a gorgeous vista this is. I had no idea scenery like this existed within Cornia's borders. It's one of the most peaceful spots I can think of, yeah. I mean, sure, we got plenty of ruins back home too, but nothing beats this if you ask me. It's interesting you say that. To me, both our lands have their own unique charm. Hope you don't mind me telling you this, Elaine, but I used to dream of the stuff we're doing now. Traveling the world, finding out what all of Everest got to offer. I spent years hoping to join a crew and get out of that desert. And once I finally did it, that's when Zenora showed up. Took the damn dream right out of my hands. It wasn't until I started working as a merc here in Cornia that I even saw grass for the first time, or peaceful lakes shimmering in the sun. Wish everyone back home could know this feeling. 'Tis a noble wish indeed, Gorban. You really think so? Then it's settled. I'm gonna make the world a place where the world folks are free to travel anywhere they want. Doesn't matter if they're on the orphan from the desert or some lonely bestial living up in the tundra. There's no chance I'm doing it alone, though. Now, we don't know when this war's gonna be over either, but let me help you, Orban. You? Not sure how I feel about asking favors from a prince. Then perhaps you could consider asking one from a friend instead. If anyone's capable of achieving such a dream, it's you. And think of the joy our people would know once you have. No arguing with that. Well then, what are we waiting for? Got ourselves a war to win. And win it we shall. Both of us, together. Oh, who pray tell is that? Here, Adele, this is for you. A gift from the town we passed through earlier. I'm not sure what I've done to deserve this, Rolf. Don't you remember? You helped me yesterday during the battle. Well, I did pull you to your feet after you'd fallen over, but just about anyone would do the same. And only you actually did it. Anyway, I should be going. Wait, damn. I have something for you, Adele. Again? Don't tell me this is for returning your coin purse after you dropped it. If it is, I won't accept it. That was a common courtesy, Rolf, and nothing more. Maybe so, but a debt is a debt, no matter how small. Answer me this then. Is there a reason for all this stubbornness? Just something my mom said. The day she died. I was still young at the time, but I remember what she told me clear as day. The worst thing you can do in life is not return a favor. She never got the chance to teach me many lessons, so I tried to take the ones she did. The ones she did teach me, as seriously as possible. Well, I won't begrudge you that wish, but can't you express the same emotion with a simple thank you? To be perfectly honest with you, I've never known if words would be enough. So you wanted to make sure you made your point, I get that. But don't worry, Rolf, you're more than shown just how appreciative you are. That's good to hear. And thank you again, Ardell. Please, any more gratitude and I think I might blush. Now this is one I'd been looking for. No, this isn't right either. Why won't you work, damn you? What was it that she always used to put in there? What's all the grumbling about, oh? Oh, you're that witch from the swamp. Hey, get your hands off my notebook. A recipe, huh? Last I heard, they only eat this stew in the more remote regions of Cornea. A local cuisine, then. I had always assumed my mother created the dish herself. Well, you'd be glad to know that I've actually had it. It's strangely sweet, yet addictively acidic at the same time. While its key ingredient is rather quick to spoil, we should have a fitting substitute somewhere around here. Ah, this should do just the trick. Care to try it? Why are you doing this exactly? My culinary trouble should be no concern of yours. Just wanted to help a young sorcerer in need. Don't read too much into it. So, shall we? I suppose we can test it out just this once. How's this? It's close, I would say, but far too sweet. Yes. Seems I'll have to use a little less honey next time. To be frank, I can't keep eating this. I fear I forget what my mother's version ever tasted like. Oh, those must be memories indeed, if a spoonful of soup is enough to wash them away. You dare mock me? Bring it here. I'll drink the whole entire bowl. Be my guest? Really is an arrogant child, yet for some reason I can't resist helping him. Ugh, not again. Another nightgown torn to pieces. Is something troubling you, Nina? I could feel your night tremors from the next tent over. Forgive me, Tatiana. I suppose I'm just something of a restless sleeper. As you might have noticed from the fact that this is the third nightgown I've ruined this month. Yes, and I worry your tent may be the next on the list. Perhaps we should move you a few steps outside from now on, in the interest of safety, that is. Oh, please don't. I couldn't bear having to sleep out on my own like that. What about your medicines, Tatiana? Do you know anything that can help me? I'm afraid not. If anything, I have the opposite problem myself. I've been told I don't move a single muscle until morning and take quite shallow breaths all the while. Once I awoke to a band of clerics praying over my body out of relief I passed away during the night. Can't imagine that's a pleasant way to start your day, though I'm sure that the clerics were just as startled as you. If only we could each be a little more like each other. An interesting thought, yes. But I've no desire to be anywhere near as needlessly spirited as you. Needless? But my spirit is one of the best things about me. If I may, Mandarin, I saw you giving your food to a child in town earlier. Oh yeah? And what of it? I suppose I'm merely wondering why. Will you not go hungry with less to eat? I only ever turned thieving for Gamel's sake, you know. Not like I had much choice either way, growing up as poor as I did. Every night I sleep out in a field just like this one. Choke down grass to keep my stomach from screaming at me. But once in a while I get trouble stopping by to tear off some of their bread for me. Always thought it was the damnedest thing, so I made a promise to myself. If I ended up surviving past childhood, I was gonna do for other people what these trouble did for me. I understand your reasoning, Mandarin. Yet I can't with you, not if it means you're going to hinder your own well-being. Should have known you'd like me for this. But I'm telling you, I'm fine. Worst comes to worst, there's always the grass. Then we feast together. If that's your answer, my meal can go to a child in town as well. Gotta be kidding me. This is no joke. One day soon I shall be king of this nation. Once I am, I promise to never let my subjects go hungry again. Yet 'tis only by knowing the bitter taste of the grass myself that I can truly understand their pain. Huh. Never thought I'd hear words like that coming out of a prince's mouth. I guess I didn't think you'd ask me to join your army either. You're a pretty good guy, you know. Thank you for saying so. In any case, which varieties of grass are safe to eat? Well, there's one thing you want to look out for. What's she doing up in that tree? Ah! You hurt, Sharon. You seem to have landed quite heavily on your leg. Please, there's nothing. A bit of healing can't tend to. Do you see the nest on the branch over there? One of its chicks had fallen to the ground, so I thought I'd return the chick to its home. But I'm embarrassed to say I lost my footing on the way down. You truly are a kind soul, Sharon. Would you not have done the same as me? Well, yes, I suppose I would have. As I thought. In any case, we should move away from the nest before their mother grows too upset with us. You called me a kind soul once before back at Rodmort. I've thought much on the matter since that day, and I believe it's not the goodness of my heart which motivates such deeds, but simply my own selfish desires. In other words, the only reason to help others is because I myself wish to be helped. Forgive me for hiding my true nature from you, Prince. There's nothing to apologize for. Everyone in this world is the same, I promise you. Whatever motive you've dedicated yourself to the well-being of others and aided a great many people in the process. Far better than to demand favors and offer nothing in return. You say that, but it's still a sin to act purely in self-interest. Then answer me this. Was it self-interest that drove you to return the bird to the nest, or purely compassion for an animal in need? Well, in either case, I'd rather you not help at all if you're going to get hurt while doing so. Thank you, Prince. I promise I'll be more careful next time. And should you ever require a steady hand to lift you up, I would be more than glad to volunteer. I'd like that very much. Look, Sharon, the mother bird has come bearing food for her children. We're the true kind soul here, Lane. Oh. Right. Every third with a female is a romance one. I keep doing that. Should not do that. Let's get this done and dusted. Holy crap. Right, I'm strong enough to get Elaine now. Let me just clear this area and I'll do the arena bit. Ugh. Is this really what this stuff's supposed to taste like? Something wrong, Liza. I've never seen someone grimace while enjoying a nice cup of tea. That's just the thing, actually. You mind trying to sip for me? I barely even had it before. To be honest, got no idea if I made it right. Actually, where exactly did you get those leaves? This is one of the finest varieties in all of Fevris. Magellan gave them to me. Said they were some kind of payment for a job of his. Pretty sure he didn't know what to do with them either, though. Let's try it then. How horribly bitter. How long did you steep this for? I don't know, a few hours maybe? Figured it'd be better stronger. Well, that explains it here. Allow me to brew a proper cup for you. Feels weird having a noble make the tea for me like this. Isn't this the kind of stuff you have for servants? Colm does tend to prepare it for me, yes, but I'm more than capable of doing it on my own. See? Doesn't this look more elegant than the murky stew you served me earlier? Looks aren't everything. It's gotta taste good too. It will, I guarantee you that. Now drink it. Ugh, yeah. This is just water. Huh? I suppose it is a bit weak. Yet again, I find myself unable to escape Colm's all-consuming shadow. I'll have to ask him to make something nice for us later to apologize for wasting your leaves. Oh, there's one over there. Might as well grab it. If you don't mind me saying, Jeremy, I saw you risk your life to defend that of the ally in our most recent battle. Caught that, did you? I was missing a shield, so. However, I've also also word of you concealing yourself behind another unit, ensuring they would be the ones attacked and not you. Was such duplicity intentional? Nah, boss. I'm a changed man, you know? And a changed man wouldn't go pushing those kids up to the front line. Do you mean to imply they stepped forth of their own volition and that you trusted in their ability to defend themselves? I wouldn't complain if that's how you wanted to put it. But think about it, the folks I was standing behind got an arrow in their neck. Who do you think would be next? Mean whatever you think. Think of the way I do things. I'm not stupid. I have little choice but to believe your words. No, even if you judge them capable enough to handle it, I'd ask that you never hide behind your allies in such a manner. Wouldn't dream of it. And Jeremy, I would also ask that you not place yourself in harm's way for the sake of those less skilled than you. Yeah, don't worry. Wouldn't dream of it, same as I said before. It's almost strange how well he listens given everything else. Doesn't seem like he listened at all. Mordred and Kitra. Kissing in a tree. There, that should do it. What are you up to, Kitra? Oh, just helping the town out with a little favor. You needed a hand fixing the bridge, so... you did it yourself instead of coming to me. Let's see here. You know, this is actually some pretty fine work. Guess I don't need your help after all, huh? One day back when I was a kid, I got asked to fix a door for one of my neighbors. I can still remember how good it felt finishing the job and getting compliments for it, of course. So, I kept chasing that feeling, learned as much as I could, and helped out fixing things whenever I had the chance. Makes sense to me. Sure, there's nothing quite like breaking a couple of enemy bones in battle, but working on the bridge helped me remind me just how much I like building stuff too. Turns out we're more similar than I thought. Huh? It works good, Kitra, at least for someone who's just getting started. But good isn't gonna cut it when you've got people crossing the bridge every damn day. If you want a couple of pointers though, be glad to teach you a thing or two you can improve on. Really mean it? I was thinking I could use another pair of eyes on this thing, but I'm sure it'll be perfect by the time you're done showing me the ropes. Good to see you're excited about it. Now, look here. If you want a stronger foundation, all you gotta do... Now, how have you been feeling, Scarlet? Don't be afraid to ask if there's anything you need from me. I'm fine, thank you, but I have to say, you've turned into a real worry ever since I was abducted. I think I should be expected given the circumstances. Still, I'm glad to know how much you care about me, Elaine. You must have been in some state while I was gone. Of course I was. I could barely even eat, out of fear that I might have lost you forever. Really? It's only once you've been taken that I realized how much you meant to me, Scarlet. Just how much I rely on you every single day of my life. So, even had we gone on to win the war fight, I would have felt no joy at the accomplishment without my dearest friend standing beside me. Is that what I am to you? I feel the same way, Elaine. I don't want to lose any of my friends to this war, not you, Lex, Chloe, or Sir Joseph. But we all make through alive, I'm sure of it. I mean, look at me. All that worry and I'm still right next to you. Things will work out. They have to. Indeed they will. By the way, Scarlet. What is it? Please don't leave me ever again. I wouldn't dream of it. Oh, come on. Come on, that's just like the canon couple. Just straight up. It's not even hiding it. The hell are they thinking keeping that wyvern around? You never know when a beast like that might go for your throat. I'm certain they chain it up outside a battle. There would simply be no controlling it otherwise. You're wrong. The beast is akin to my own family, and he would never attack anyone without good reason. Though I'm not sure how he'll feel about you spreading baseless rumors. Let's test it, shall we? Apologies, ma'am. Please don't hurt us. I take it you saw that. Can't believe you stood up to those soldiers, Hilda. I hear them repeat the same cruel things about my griffin sometimes, but never have the courage to say anything. Maybe I'm the cruel one for not defending her. Still, it's hardly surprising people fear them, especially after seeing how ferocious enemy mounts can be. Honestly, I wish mounts like this actually attacked as well. But that could never excuse the hurtful manner in which the rest of this army treats our own companions. I've been thinking actually, maybe there's a way we can help everyone overcome those fears. Oh, go on then. Well, if we gave them the chance to meet our wyverns and griffins up close, outside of battle I mean, they could go on walks together, feed them treats. It could be fun at least. I think it would be. Yes, that's not a bad idea at all. Supplant their dreadful memories with positive ones. I can't wait to see what those three from earlier have to say once we force them into it. You mean you're willing to help? I'll have to start planning right away, and you'll be joining the festivities yourself, right? But of course, Fran. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'll not claim to mind, Hilda, but it appears your wyvern has mistaken me for a midday snack. He's been biting on my hair for some time now, rather forcefully I might add. It seems he likes you, Elaine. Why not? There's nothing to be afraid of. He simply wishes to hearten you through all the hardships you endured day after difficult day. It should come as an honor, really. And it does, most certainly, yet I fear my life is at risk if this continues any longer. Please, I will not hear a word of such spurious jokes. In truth, he often does this for me as well, whenever I find myself in a fit of melancholy. Could it be that you're feeling uneasy about something, Elaine? I hadn't thought it would be so obvious. Of course, I know that nothing will come from agonizing over the matter, yet losing a soldier under my command never grows any less painful. A grief I'm all too familiar with, albeit under different circumstances. It's true that nothing torments the mind more than such sacrifice, but the good of many will always outweigh the suffering of the few. All we can do now is try to minimize our losses while ever striving to deliver peace to this world. I should expect no less from the man who seeks to be king. Right you are, Hilda. Elaine, is that blood on your forehead? Remind me to never be consoled by a wyvern again. Another day, another patch of ruins. Eh, Sylvie? That's correct. Fabris is home to a countless sites of great archaeological interest, as you well know. And it's only through careful, diligent study that we can unearth their secrets. The context of their creation, the history of these lands, even the customs and rituals of bygone civilizations. You can seriously get all that from a pile of rubble? Well, not exactly. Many of these revelations live within the realms of pure speculation. It's not as though I can truly peer into the past after all. Makes sense, I guess. Hey, you ever wonder if some of these people built this stuff just because they wanted a nice view? That's what I'd do if I were them. I mean for aesthetics rather than functionality. I suppose I hadn't considered that. Such a simple hypothesis, yet I find it difficult to refute it conclusively. Refute such a conclusion. Sylvie, perhaps the wooden doll is no mere ritual implement, but a mere child's plaything. What I thought to be magical runes on this wall are simply the idle scrawlings of an unburdened youth. Snap out of it, Sylvie. Apologies, I seem to have grown lost in concentration. You know, I'm not sure it's safe for you to be out here by yourself. How about I stick around and watch your back? Let you focus on your history, business, and peace. You would truly do that for me? Sure would. As long as you tell me all about the stuff you find. Oh god. Hello there, Wyvern Knight. I see the fate of Ompalast still concerns you deeply. Ah, Tatiana, was it? That's correct. Now I have something for you. What is this? The cure that Lord Ghislaine and I laboured so tightly to complete. My men back in Cornea finished producing it only recently. Now, as you know, the plague which torments this town is almost identical to the one which laid waste to my own. Thus, I'm rather confident our remedy will work here as well. Do you really mean that? Forgive the outburst, I'm merely thankful is all. If only we had someone of your skill here sooner, perhaps those people wouldn't have suffered the way they did. I doubt that very much. Our cure only came about through a great deal of sacrifice, a great deal of pain as this these friends and loved ones were spared in the name of science. None can be spared the suffering of disease. Even still, Tatiana, I've done horrible things over the years. Yes, but only because you had to. 6 years ago, refugees from the war came to live in my town and brought this cursed plague along with them. In truth, we weren't even aware it existed until many of our residents grew sick and eventually succumbed. Much of our own family among them. Before long, we learned the source lay here in a rampant outbreak ravaging the region. Chaos here seized by Ompalast by the throat, as had the deadly disease itself. The Lord had fled, the civilization rioted, the citizens rioted, and though I was but a mercenary at the time, I took it upon myself to restore order to these lands by any means necessary. A feat which earned you a place in Zenoria's ranks, not as a soldier but as a keeper of Ompalast, one who would ensure the plague spread no further. That's correct. It was then that I imposed a strict quarantine in the town, ended the lives of those suffering most. And I did it with my own damned hands. You did what you felt was right, to combat an aim which seemed unstoppable. If none had dared to despair as you did, countless more would have fallen victim. All the same, your work here is not yet finished. The quarantine must stand until the pessimist is no more. Now rest assured, I'll instruct the local cleric on how to go about producing the cure themselves. You have my thanks, Tatiana, for your kindness and your wisdom, and the renewed hope you brought to Ompalast. Honestly, I do think Elaine was a bit harsh on her. She was doing what she can, but the whole fake news crap, yeah, that didn't paint her in a positive light. Do you and Hilda tend to get along, Prim? For sisters, I can't imagine two more different people. Well, thinking back on it, I've always felt that impossible distance between us. She excelled at anything she laid her hands on, while I was a bit more clumsy and reserved. And once she met her wyvern, that distance only grew all the greater. I could understand why, though I'd often watched from afar whenever she went into the mountains to greet her newfound friend. All I wanted was to be close to her. But being the portly girl I was, I feared the wyverns were more likely to eat me than welcome my presence. I hadn't realized they feed on humans. Oh, they don't. I was just young and afraid more than anything. Life went on as normal for a while, Hilda braving the mountains alone, with me following behind her at a distance, till one day a band of wyverns poachers found me and took me captive. How did you end up getting away? Hilda and her friend came to rescue me, of course, and from that day forth, the three of us spent time together just about every day, meaning you finally had the bond of sisterhood you desired. Exactly. Or at least I did. The plague struck our town not long after, and I left the region in search of anything that might lead to a cure. But that just makes me even happier that I finally got the chance to see her again. Thank you for that, Elaine. And region is done. Get back to the Coliseum. Let's grab that while I'm here. Oh, there's a bunch here. Oh, let's get the whole surrounding area. Gilbert and Jeremy, this would be interesting. Ah, nothing like a good drink to keep the old spirits high. Pardon me, barkeep, I'd like a sample of flagon of your finest mead, if you would. What's a king doing in a run-down little alehouse like this? How shall I experience the life of a commoner in my charge? Not to mention, I've heard the fare here It's quite palatable indeed. All of you march for the liberation, yes? Then worry not. Your meals this eve shall come straight from the royal treasury. Now let us drink to a day well won and greater luck in battles ahead. How am I supposed to relax now? One wrong word and my head will be decorating the walls of Soldraga. Unless maybe this is just the chance I've been waiting for. Listen, boss, this is your first time here. Yeah? How about I show you how it's done? Your name was Jeremy, was it? I would be obliged, thank you. Alright, first things first. The kind of place is about more than just drinking. You gotta eat too. Not just with a knife and fork. What do you think this is? One of your fancy feasts? My apologies, the barkeep was kind enough to provide utensils, so I assumed it was only proper that I make good use of them. Well, that's what you get for assuming. Slice that cheese any thinner and it might as well not even exist. Ah, drinks. Our drinks, most common folk prefer to finish them in a few gulps as possible, yes? In that case, pray for me, friends. I do this in the name of knowledge. Hey, slow down there, boss. You don't gotta... Hey, this stabbing is every word as magnificent as I heard. Another round, barkeep. Yeah, I guess I can drink more than I thought. But hey, you might want to take it easy, lest you're looking forward to a head pounding in the morning. Our rightful king shall never feel the pains of tomorrow. Now come, join me, Jeremy. Uh-oh. Got a long night ahead of us. It was truly a finer evening than I can remember. I could have guessed free drinks would be this nerve-wracking. Maybe next time I'll just slip out the back when I see him coming in. Hi, Jakes! Gloucester and Auburn. Gloucester, I hear you've been steering clear of your family ever since we get set free from Azanoira. How did you know that? They word about you, you know. Last they heard, you went off working with the bad guys and never came home. Now I'm not one for giving advice, but you might want to stop by and let them breathe easy after all this stressing. I can't do that. Not until we've driven Denora from this continent once and for all. Not until I've atoned for the sins I've committed. Look, I didn't want to say this, but you never know what battle's gonna be your last. And think of how they feel if you went and died before you could ever tell them you were doing alright. They'd be stuck suffering that pain for the rest of their lives. I know that, damn it. I know. But it changes nothing. I'm in a darkened dragon hole. My sole duty lies in protecting my nation and her people. Thus, until that duty is done, I'll never yield to my own selfish desire for care or affection. Little harsh, don't you think? It is what it is. Apologies if I caused you concern. Yet I've no intention of leaving this world anytime soon. My family will just have to wait. If you say so. But if I ever run into him myself, I'm still gonna tell them you're doing okay. Right. Now that we're here, might as well make use of this time. Might as well get a new character. I got this. My Elaine team, I can do it. See what we got. 2 butthole. I can handle this. Like, they're all level 40, so make this one. No, make this one fun for me, eh? Initiative up.
My magic is yours.
Spinning edge goes right through them.
Behold my might.
Go on then.
Oh, embarrassing.
Black spear, I already have them. Don't need that. Yeah, I feel like Renault can contribute a little more. There's a way, okay. Still gonna be multiple hits. So it's 3 hits. Nah, I'll leave it be. This is a good setup. I might give him a better spear though. Hit me with everything you got.
With me.
I'm here to help.
We strive together.
My magic is yours.
Regrettable end. Fine job.
Piece of cake. These aren't challenging at all. Underestimate Tarzan will be the last mistake you make.
Forward.
I'm here to help.
We shall see our duty
Go on
through.
then.
Good.
Piece of cake. This might be an issue. Amateurs, the whole lot of you. Let's just see get this over with. Yeah, this might be an issue. There's a hard counter on me. I should be able to
I'm
win,
here to help.
but I need to hit.
Behold my might.
My magic is yours.
Yeah, it's all gonna be Rolf just sorting them out. That's why I have an archer in the back. Okay, yeah, I can deal with that. But I'll be wasting Elaine's ability. Maybe hit us too hard, huh?
Will not fail.
Go on then.
Yeah, maybe don't do spinning edge when there's just one unit in the
We
back.
shall see
Ah, it's
our
lame.
duty
My
through.
magic is yours.
In my sight. Fine job.
Yeah. Thorn Spear. Oh yeah, I've already got that. Okay. Spinning. Don't bother doing that. Can I not mess around with it? Let me look at my unit formation then. It's about time I refine this actually. So if there's more than two, row with more two. Yeah, you go. Otherwise, don't bother. Let's go again. You think you can beat us? Yeah, I'll show you how wrong you are.
You have my protection.
I'm here to help.
How embarrassing. We strive together.
Go on then.
Good.
Bow swiftness. I think I've got that already. That's more like it. That's what I want my spinning edge to hit. Much to learn, but I would be glad to test my steel against yours.
Will not fail.
I'm here to help.
You shall fail. Behold my might.
My magic is yours.
March on.
Dustbound. Thawing. None of these are any good. Eliminate. Yeah, those are the ones towards the end. Run along now. You are not ready for what's about to happen.
With me,
Easy there.
we shall see our duty
Go on
through.
then.
That works out.
My magic is yours.
Oh, never mind.
Good.
Because the spinning edge would have freaking nailed it. I'll take the money. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I get a bunch of money for this. Alright, let's go. I think I can also get his blade now. I should be strong enough. Sheathe your sword to stand down. You have no chance of victory.
Forward.
Except I totally have a chance of
I'm here
victory.
to help.
Perfect.
We strive together.
Go on then.
In my
Perfect. Oh yeah. They're all using steel swords, I assume. Let's go. Only one of us can emerge the strongest.
will not fail.
No stopping us. My magic is yours.
Good.
Watch and learn.
We shall see our duty
Go on
through.
then.
We march on.
Now, this is where you test it. Turn around or die.
I'm here
As
to
expected. Cavalry Slayer, okay.
Together.
help. Go on then.
That's more like it. She starts charging the spell. You're welcome to surrender anytime you want.
With me.
I'm here to help.
I am with you. Behold my might.
My magic is yours.
Perfectly done.
Good.
Painful moss. Both sides stand to learn from about this one. Okay. Nice bolt. Oh, that's not good.
We shall see our duty through.
Go on then.
I am with you.
Yeah, as long as you get
My
him.
magic is yours.
Oh, perfect. I was nervous about those thieves. Let's have a fair battle, shall we? No.
Forward.
No fair battle for you.
I'm here to help.
Yeah, Wyvern might survive. Never mind.
Behold my might.
Fucking
My
dead.
magic is yours.
Oh, there we go.
Fine job.
Flame Javelin. Pose little threat.
With me.
Adorable.
Go
This
on
might
then.
be bad.
In my sight.
This is the main thing. Is these things can dodge my attacks.
I'm here to help.
Perfect. Shawl of Repose, that's also good. 28. We're getting there. Perhaps we can be friends once this part is over.
Will not fail.
You okay? My magic is yours.
We strive together.
I'm here to help.
Fine job.
Okay, we're nearly there, nearly at the tens. With all that I am.
Forward. Not scared of you.
Go on then.
We shall see our
What's with that
I'm
red
here
mark?
to help.
We strive together. Good.
Runic sword. Always like them. They're always very useful. Tavern fare looked quite enticing. Perhaps we could share a meal once this is over.
With me.
Very friendly, aren't we?
My magic is yours.
I am with you.
Right, their magic resistance high. It's not ideal.
We march on.
Lyrical Wand, love those. Hit me with everything you got, if I can.
Will not fail.
I'm here to help.
I don't know if I get anything. No.
You have my protection. We strive together.
Go on then.
That would be appropriate.
In my son. What a joke. Good.
Canalian Pendant, love them. Concede now or suffer the consequences.
With me.
We can handle that.
Magic is yours.
Main thing is getting rid of that gladiator.
With you. I have you. We shall see our duty
I'm
through.
here to help.
Fine job.
Eliminator, there it is. I'm not in the mood to fight today. How about you surrender instead?
Forward. Stand.
Might have an issue with those evade tanks.
My magic is yours.
Well, I got one.
Behold my might.
Go on then. You okay?
We march on.
History is written by the victors, and I am one who holds a pen.
Will not fail.
Nah. I get right through that.
My magic is yours.
We shall see our duty
I'm
through.
here to help.
They are unusually tanky, these ones.
In my son.
Took a lot. Makes such excellent front tanks. I'll do anything for a couple more Colosseum coins.
Forward!
Easy there. Go on then.
We strive together!
I'm here to help.
Stabbed.
Thank God for that.
We march on.
Okay, we're starting to get in the realm of what I want.
With me!
Go on then.
Here we go.
Behold my might!
My magic is yours.
Yeah, that's expected. Oh wow!
Savor this.
Hold fast!
Blizzard will do it. Give me a fair fight, eh? No.
Go on then.
In my sight! I have
Oh, that armored unit.
We
Miss.
shall see our duty
My
through!
magic is yours.
Good hit.
Be healed. Good.
Mason's hammer. I know that he's getting that one. In fact, let me just get that. What is that Mason's hammer? What is Eliminator? Attack a single barrier, inflicts pass to death blow 25% or like, ooh. The same as this one, except it does more damage. Yeah, okay. Powerful impact. Attack a single enemy, but it hits like a truck. It's actually like a really, really hard attack. Works for me. It's very simple for him. Let's finish this quickly, yes?
Not fail!
I should be able to deal with it.
I'm here to help.
I am with you!
God, you are
We
stubborn.
strive together!
My magic is yours.
That guy is tough.
Savor this. Joke.
We march on!
Zenorian Knight's Sword. This is what I want for my for a unit of the Windcrest Knights. Windcrest Sword. Don't know what it does. I think I very much enjoy this.
Me.
Ah, should be doable. Yeah, all tanks.
Go on then.
Yeah, they're very tanky unless they got magic
I'm here to
conferral.
help.
In my sight!
Like, just normally bashing them doesn't work. Fair enough.
Watch and learn. Don't go dying on me.
Got you down. Windcrest Blade. Okay. Not a bad team. Not enough to beat me.
Well, look who went and made it to the top. Never had a doubt in my mind.
Indeed. And once I've claimed the title for my own, you'll be joining the Liberation as promised.
I might actually have to work for once. Haven't had a thrill like this in years. Now come on, it's time.
Make this interesting for me. Don't hold anything back, yeah?
Forward!
Rapid order. I can take that front rank. Main issue is that Sated Knight. Yeah. It's just very tanky. Nah, I'm gonna have to struggle against that one.
Stand true!
Nope.
We strive together!
I'm here to help.
Charge!
It's gonna miss. There we go. Now you're exposed. Most of my attacks aren't gonna hit, except for my phantom hit. I didn't think you get one-shotted by Joseph there. I'll take it. That's funny.
Ah, a foe capable of challenging the girl has finally arisen.
Oh?
Far though she may stand from true strength, she has trained many moons for this day. Long have I awaited one worthy of wetting my blade with their blood. Here you shall witness the pinnacle of swordsmanship, and perish in its wake!
Bring it, bitch. I want that hero medallion. I want it. You're gonna give it to me. Is it just her? Well, I got magic conferral. My blade thirst for thrilling battle. Try to not be disappointed.
With me!
Go on then.
Honestly, yeah, I'd rather them cover the back row than anyone else.
I am with you! No. Wait, hold fast!
Phantom kick. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, that should go right through.
Savor this.
Oh, that stings. Luckily, my mage is still alive. Hopefully, she'll get the blizzard off. Yeah, that phantom attack is doing some work. Oh, ooh, oh, oh. Okay. What? Screw you. Okay. No blizzard for her. I need Yana. None of that. Flame burst would be nice, just as an extra attack, but no. Something that can kick her ass quickly. Honestly, meteorite. Just raw damage, just spamming it on her. Give you this. See how well you handle this. I could have definitely won that. There's no point giving units high level spells if I'm not gonna give them initiative up. That skips the turn, the charge.
Will not fail.
This is true power.
Right, I need to also
I'm
do
here to
that.
help.
Not enough. You can't.
Why careless?
More.
Perhaps I should give him some immunities as well.
Good.
Oh, does that count? I don't have the Slayer. Okay.
Splendid, truly splendid. For years, my steel has sought perfection, and now it knows the bitter torment of defeat. At long last, the consummate blade is upon us. The legions of hell will be next to taste its edge.
Thanks. Feels good to finally move again. Whole body screaming in pain, though. Damned spirit has no respect. But he's gone now, thanks to you. Burning in eternal flames like he deserves.
Would you care to explain? You were almost a different person entirely for a time there.
Didn't think
Not
that
the
was enough.
prettiest story, but sure. He was an ancestor of mine. One of the finest swordsmen in the land in his day.
Still is, by my count.
It all went to his head, though. He searched for years for someone to pass his mastery down to, but nobody could handle it. So, he started spreading his seed instead, hoping someone would bear him a worthy son. But a cruel man makes a cruel father. He put his kids through such brutal training, most of them died in the process. Not that he cared. He kept making heirs to replace the fallen, and tossed aside any woman whose blood was too weak. They say some of those mothers even went mad from the grief.
How horrible.
But those women weren't going down without a fight. Gave their lives to curse the man for the rest of time. Wasn't long before his lungs started failing him, and no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't sire the son he so badly wanted.
Sounds like he was staring death in the face.
Maybe, but the old bastard wasn't kicking the bucket before he tried one last thing. Some kind of unholy sorcery that let him inhabit the bodies of his descendants, keep perfecting his sword work through their eyes.
Something akin to Zenoira's magics, perhaps.
Couldn't say, but I know one thing for sure. He wasn't from Fevrith. And now, you put him and his damn curse to rest for good. Don't know how I can ever pay that back, but I'm gonna try. Let me come with you.
Are you certain?
That was the promise, wasn't it? Besides, I already got what I wanted out of this place. Guy as tough as you will have no trouble putting me to work.
We'll more than welcome it, Amalia.
Oh, but there's one little thing I should warn you about.
Which is?
Well, just look at me. Woman my size eats as much as 5 men. I hope that's not a problem.
Sounds like I'll be on double cooking duty then.
As a champion of a picture, you have now access to further ranked battles. Awesome. That means there's more stuff ahead, right? Have a look. Just coins. They're all just coins, except for this onyx. Yeah, I got some prizes, so let's see what I can get out of this. Phoenix Plume, Reincarnation, revives one ally, restores throwing them, grants them immunity damage to one attack. That's good. Elite Standard. Cast the same magic again. Oh, I can think of a busted build with this. So, cast them Trinity Rain, takes turn to charge. If I have this, max initiative. So cast a spell, and then cast it again. And then when she finishes casting the spell, she'll do a recast. Activates after using a magic spell, cast again. Grants an ally. So if I give this to somebody, grants an ally is the ability to cast Trinity Rain, and then she'll cast this again. Then she'll cast it twice to finish off everybody. Oh, that would be busted. And now act again. Oh, hell yeah! That can also do it. Quick Impetus. Purifier. Sacred Heal. I'd like these, honestly. Oh, I can have... Oh, that's 4 of them. Oh, okay. Well, these can wait. I have 4. I can get 4. I can get 2 of these. Checkmate. Attack me inflicts the opponent save the units 50% or less. Let's get this. That's highly valuable. I'll take this pendant, honestly.
You won't regret it. You ever need a break from...
When I think of serious formations, I'll think about doing it. For now, let's have a look at you, Amalia! Drakestone, Great Sword. 25 hit. The ruby pendants, oh my god. She's beefed. She doesn't have enough to actually justify that, except for these. And this is just a normal ass sword. These are all her abilities. What's her heraldry? What is that? Oh, it's just the Colosseum, right? Look at the presets. Astorius. And Colosseum should have the same Colosseum. Yeah. No, I didn't confirm. I just highlighted it. Let me test it quickly. Yeah. Okay. She is just a Colosseum. That's cool. Let's carry on with some more rapports. And do a few more minutes of doing that. Let's finish her off, actually. Right here. Ha ha! There's no surprise to find you here, Chloe. I struggle to remember a spare moment in which you weren't honing your spear. Oh, Sir Joseph. Must truly adore the art to dedicate yourself to it in such a manner. I do. It's been this way since I was a child, actually. I was so pleased the day my father gave me one. I even cradled it in my sleep. I can't claim I envy the man having to raise such a spirited daughter. But I must say, you've grown much of late, perhaps even beyond my own skill with the spear. Well, you use a sword. I appreciate that, sir, but I don't believe it for a second. Please, you needn't demean yourself, I assure you. None can match a gift such as yours, Chloe, if it were true. The only reason I'm still here now is to protect Elaine, not as one of his subjects, but as his friend. I suppose you've long been close, yes. But I can't ride on a horse into battle, and I don't have the strength to carry a great shield. I don't know the first thing about magic either, so you see, this spear is the only way I can help him. Yet, I'm stubborn though, and if my spear is all I have, then I'll make sure it's the sharpest you've ever seen. After all, I can't just sit back and watch while His Majesty gets hurt. A commander will show bravery, Chloe. Perhaps, yes, but I'm still nothing compared to you, sir. I can't turn defense into attack, blah blah blah. Or for all my obstinance, I am not sure I'll ever have what it takes to really be there for His Majesty. Chloe, do you know the most vital quality a knight must bear? Well, no. There's loyalty above all else, and in that discipline you are truly second to none. Skill and strength arise naturally through training, yet no regimen can ever hope to impart loyalty. Now, as you said, I have much experience transforming stout defense into potent attack. If you wish it, I would be more than glad to convey the knowledge I've mastered over my many years of knighthood. Are you certain I'm worthy of it, sir? Beyond certain. Now then, let us learn how deep this loyalty of yours runs. Right. Speaking of, let's get that formation going, eh? Let's not put you with the furries. Let's... plop Amalia right there. No healers of any kind, might I note. Just pure tank. Right. Word, Mandarin. What do you need? I hear rumors you've spent much of your life consorting with the bandit Gamel. That's the truth, yet I can tell you're a kind heart from the time we spent fighting together. I suppose I just don't understand. Why aid him in his cruelty rather than convince him to amend his ways? I tried at first, but there was no changing his mind, not with what he was doing for it. So I did the only thing I could. Stood at his side in hopes of one day understanding the pain he was going through. Nobody else made the choice for me, I did. Knew it was no way to live too, but I was always ready to face the consequences. After all, there's nothing lower than a damn thief. But Mandarin... No buts. I was a fool. I was fool and I know it. I was fool and... oh my god. I've got no excuse for not pushing Gamel harder, for not trying to find another way, even if it meant him turning on me. At least now we can make good on those wrongs together, whatever it takes, so long as he doesn't have to suffer alone. You really do all that for a mere friend? Growing up, I had nothing. Took all sorts of abuse for it from the other kids. But Gamel always stood up for me. I had my back when no one else would. So yeah, I'll be returning the favor for the rest of my life. You're a better friend than a bastard like him deserves. Yeah, I appreciate you saying so. Is everything okay, Scarlet? You seem rather irritated over something. Oh, just thinking of all the attractive women you've been taking into your liberation lately. And men, don't forget, we need as many fighters as are willing to join, regardless of their gender. Fighters who clearly feel deserve your attention far more than I do. So you are upset. Not really. And I'm not jealous either, if that's what you're thinking. Bullshit. But with how long we've known each other, it doesn't seem fair that you keep leaving me out. If you wish to talk, you're free to insert yourself into any conversation I'm having. Everyone would be pleased to see you, I'm sure. That's not what I... Why are you standing so close to me? Do you remember the little forest of Bolivia? Much like this one? You often used to gaze upon its inhabitants, always careful to keep our distance. Of course, Joseph was not to wander at all without an adult. Yet we did anyway. Listen to me, Lane, Huh? Your face has gone completely red, Scarlet. Are you feeling alright? I'm fine. What I'm trying to say is I don't want someone else stealing you away from me. Oops. So that's how you feel. No, I was hoping we could talk more is all. I'm not some mere possession to be snatched away the moment you avert your eyes. I know that. Yet I suppose this means you truly are jealous. I'm not. Forgive me for not noticing sooner how you felt. I'll be sure to speak with you more often than from now on. You don't have to do that for me. It's not only for you. Scarlet, I've realized today how deeply I miss our conversations as well. You really mean that? I don't know what took you so long. Nor do I. Okay. And there's a reason I beeline to have her there. Let me just get these last ones out of the way. Because they're just there. Might as well grab them. Even if we go over 2 hours. Boo. Ah. Please don't scare me like that when I'm reading, Rosalind. Sorry, I just couldn't help myself seeing you standing there all defenseless. It's odd though. You see, nothing like this when we first met. Like what? Well, friendly, I suppose. You struck me more as formal princess than one who would play tricks on her commander. Ah, you're awfully cute when you're flustered. It's simply that the more we spend time together, the more I want to learn about who you really are. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of who I really am, too. Well, I can't fault your logic, unless you're saying you liked me better before. You're standing rather close to me, Rosalind. Is there something wrong with that? Not as such, no. It's only that it's impossible to read my book covered in your shadow. Ah, yes, you are... Oh, they're not saying you are. They're saying you're. You're reading, like, fuck you. Yeah, okay. That triggers me. But don't worry, I'll make sure not to worry you. So much for my quiet afternoon. God, she really wants that human dick. Ithilion. While I'm aware Rosalind's palace lies underground, what about you, Ithilion? Have you spent much of your life beneath the surface as well? I have, until I joined her personal guard, and I had little reason to leave our suburban area, so I almost never did. The only light I ever saw was the orange hue of the magic lantern or the occasional moonbeam flittering in through the entrance to the cave. As a child, the sun was always more of a concept than an actual entity that existed in my world. It is difficult to imagine, all truth. No other race of fabrics has most of their consigned to life secluded within the earth. Maybe not, but it has its benefits. For one, the insular nature of our cities means few invaders think to attack. And those that do often end up lost in a maze of corridors. I can only assume that that's why Zenora went after Laurel instead. A cruel twist of fate indeed. Life was good before they turned up, you know. When I was just a child, Rosalind would leave the city every now and then to travel to various regions of Helheim. When she returned, she would tell us all the incredible tales of the outside world. I can still remember the wonder that filled my heart with every word. The more I listened, the more certain I grew in my heart for the future. To accompany Rosalind on the journey she recounted, to stand in her defense should the need ever rise. Which is why you now serve in her personal guard. Exactly. And though I don't like to admit it, I always used to think of her as a sister to me, rather than any kind of dark elf royalty. I swear to you, Elaine, never again will the shadows of Noria hang over this nation, and no matter what happens in the course of this war, I'll always be there to protect her Rosalind with my very life if I must. Nice work today, Athelion. You never cease to impress. Thank you, Therese. Before we head back, would you mind if I have a word? Oh, I'm not used to getting requests from you, of all people. What is it then? A matter of the heart? Don't be absurd. Too bad. Well, go on. Do you remember the stories you used to tell me when I was still just a boy? The tales of your travels beyond our city walls? How could I forget? You always pretended not to pay attention, but it was obvious you were hanging on every word. I didn't think you had noticed. With the way your ears twitched and enthusiasm, it was impossible not to. Ugh. I'm sorry, go on. The truth of the matter is, these stories were an inspiration. I often dreamt of a day where I would leave the city myself as your loyal guardian. And now you've made that dream a reality, Teras. I couldn't be more grateful for that. You needn't thank me, Athelion. It was only through your own efforts that such feats were possible. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for providing me a peace of mind that few others can. Your words honor me. Speaking of stories, I was actually planning to share a few with the local children after we got back to town. You're welcome to join me if you'd like. Meet us? I would be glad, though I can't say I'll make for the best storyteller. Just have confidence and I'm sure they'll love it. Now come, we shouldn't keep them waiting. But of course. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that freaking mess. Imagine me having to do this later. Trying to navigate this hot mess. Yeah, it's best to get these out of the way. Ah, that soldier needs my help. Mustn't for him, is too dangerous. Even so, I won't abandon him to his fate. Wait! I'm sorry, Elaine, I couldn't just stand and watch while the poor man lost his life. But I wasn't planning to throw my life away either. I've actually found myself in a similar situation once before, thrust into battle without even a moment's notice. And things seem to work themselves out then as well. Perhaps so, yet you can't always rely on sheer luck to see you through such fits of danger. Fits of danger? What the hell? Assuming such fortuity is what emboldens you now. And then you had best forget it ever happened. Would you still say it, knowing the battle I speak of was the day we first met, Elaine? Was it? No? The midst of battle was the last place I wanted to be, as I'm sure you can imagine. But if I hadn't been there, if I hadn't been there, you never would have found me. Nor would I have ever thought to join the Liberation. In my eyes, that fortuity is quite an important memory. And yours too, I think. So don't even consider telling me to forget it. Pray my... Not that my blessings had anything at all to do with it today. Even if the word itself was conspiring against me, I still wouldn't have left that soldier to die. Forgive me, please. I only said what I did out of worry for your safety, and I understand how you feel as well. I often find instinct takes over in such life or death circumstances. Yet if you're ever going to charge off like that, I merely ask that you bring me with you. I just couldn't bear to see you alone again. Then you won't have to, Elaine. Next time that happens, I'll make sure you're right there with me every step of the way. I promise you that. Where are you, my lady? And how many times must I warn you to not pester Prince Elaine? Are you out here, Terrace? Your tea is growing colder by the minute. No, what if she's been hurt or abducted by bandits? Ah, Lady Raylanor. Are you searching for your liege as well? Indeed I am. I'm sorry you have to see me in such a state. Please, you needn't worry yourself over it. It would seem we're both held captive to the whims of our superiors. The last time Rosalind ran off like that, she was beset by a brigand most fierce. Naturally, her own ferocity surpassed his, and she dispatched a man with relative ease. It was only later, when peace fell upon the region, that we learned that he was, in fact, the leader of a local bandit ring. A welcome surprise, I'm certain. Interesting enough, my lady once did something rather similar herself. I had only taken my eyes off her for mere moments, yet she found time enough to eradicate an entire camp of thieves. Though, of course, I can't say whether it was a sense of justice or simply attraction to their leader which first drew her interest. I understand the feeling. And excitedly though they may be, both of our masters clearly bear immense skill and wisdom. We've some luck indeed to be able to serve such fine women. Now then, I shall really be getting back to my search. As should I, though I suspect neither of them have any need of our help. This can't be happening. Not after I promised His Highness I would earn his price. 'Twas a simple accident, Sir Law. And wholly out of our control. At that, you can't blame yourself for it. Such a thing. Besides, the rite itself was practically perfect. Take heart in that, if nothing else. Fools, your necks aren't the ones chopping block here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It should be no surprise they think to abandon me. But my search for glory yet goes on, for Mother and for Elaine. Good evening, Og. Your Highness, what are you doing here? I've come to speak about what transpired between you and those sorcerers just now. You saw that, did you? Go on then. Scold me however you will. I knew the day would come that you cast me from your army. I'm not certain what you mean. Don't lie to me. You must regret ever letting a failure such as I walk amongst you. No, not another word. Just go. Abandon me like all the rest. Stop talking and listen for a moment. I'm only here because I worry for you. You? What? As do your fellow sorcerers, actually. They seem convinced you wouldn't listen. Word coming from them. Right you are, Your Highness. Yours is the sole voice the Og has ears for. And don't worry about me, sir. I know you didn't do it on purpose, though it did leave a fairly unsightly mark. Have you considered learning the art of fist fighting instead? Haha, could you imagine? They're quite the pair, those two. Yeah. Heroes possibly racked with guilt, and that's their response? They haven't abandoned you, Og, nor shall I drive you out of the liberation's ranks. But where I stand, 'tis plain as day the respect they have for you. It's also why they never utter a single word of complaint, no matter how unreasonable your demands may be. That is the mark of a true leader, Og. One I would be a fool to do away with. Then, you're sure about this, despite all my failings in being of use? You haven't failed. I find the work you've done with our magic wielders to be a true achievement, in fact. Yet even were it not, the day shall never come that I regret enlisting your service. Thank you, Your Highness. Having said that, I suggest you pay more attention when others speak to you. Not only that, but moved into scolding now, have you? Though perhaps it's only fair I accept it today. Back straight, shoulders level, proper follow through. I've never seen a more elegant archer in all my life. Not to mention the power and precision you manage on each and every arrow. You really just never stop improving, Rudio. I appreciate that. Oh, and here, I won't be needing this bomb anymore. You won't? Then let me see your hands. I knew it. All those blisters have glassed over. Must have taken weeks to get that point. I can't say I'm surprised. Nor would your mom be, I'm sure. I just hope I can end up even half as good as she was. Still have a long way to go till I get there, though. She must have been really special. Really been special. She was amazing, at least at what the hell's the hashtag most? What did she struggle with? Cooking. Out of all those skills, it was her only real flaw. I never ended up doing it myself because of that. That explains why you always disappear when I help with dinner. And I've been thinking maybe you could teach me. If you don't mind, that is. Mind? I would love to. Come on. You want to start now? Of course. Besides, I'm sure you're starving after all the archery, so let's get going already. I'll stop pulling. Ah, should have known I ended up cutting my fingers. Yeah, I guess I'm not meant for this stuff. Tell me something, Rare. How many arrows did it take before you knew how to shoot? Hundreds? Thousands? Well, cooking's no different. If you want to get better, you have to keep practicing. Though, just so you know, everyone loved the dish you made. They did. I don't know what to say, Chloe. Maybe just thank you to start. And I won't give up on this. I promise you that. Glad to hear it. Selvi? Why not? I'll have you out there in but a moment. Ah, thank you, my prince. It is a relief to see you unharmed, Selvi, but I must say, how did you come to be trapped beneath all that rubble? Well, you see, one moment I was in the midst of a peaceful investigation, the next I found myself beset by spirits of the dead. The same phantom soldiers we've encountered elsewhere, I presume. That's precisely what I thought at first, but I soon realized they were actually the ghosts of deceased children and house pets. How somber a discovery. There's no sigil in the region either, so it couldn't have been magic which manifested them. And given the household item I came across in my excavation, I can only assume there used to be a settlement here. Anyway, I believe the ghosts were trying to play a prank on me and accidentally brought the ruins crashing down in the process. They must have been awfully startled by all the noise, as they quickly fled the area, likely off to some spectral plane beyond our comprehension. I'm not so certain about that. Before I found you, I heard a young voice calling out to me from this direction. Perhaps it was one of the children urging me to come to your aid. Oh, spirits, if only you could hear me out there. Know that I'm entirely unharmed, thanks to you. And that I plan to further my research into these lands in hopes of learning more about the people you once were. I'll forever be grateful for what you've done here today. Speaking of research, Harry, perhaps you shouldn't be doing it alone any longer. You may not be so lucky next time. A valid point, yes. And thank you for digging me out of that rubble. 'Twas nothing at all. I'm merely pleased to know you're safe. Watch out, Yana. Ah! Brr. No, a poison arrow. I mean, you had a shield. Why not just use it? Is that you, Yana? You imbecile. Do you have any idea what you've just done? The commander of an army should never go around risking his life for a mere soldier. Or are you trying to squander the sacrifice your mother made for you? Forgive me, I leapt in front of you without thinking about it. Yet I know you've the knowledge to cure poison should the need arise. Not all poisons. The one is extremely poisonous, designed to be used for assassination. If I hadn't been right there next to you when the arrow struck, you'd be off making merry with a father right about now. And I'm glad you were. Thank you again, Yana. I can't tell whether he actually understands or not. I truly am sorry for what I've done. As you should be. I was terrified. But in that moment, I think I knew just how my master must have felt. I mean, the witch Alicina. Listen to me, Elaine. Even forgetting everything I just told you, I still want you to live. Not because you're a prince, but because you're you. Well, I'm glad to hear that. What's so funny about that? I couldn't stand to lose you either, Yana, and not because you're a soldier in my army. But worry not, I'll deflect the arrow with my shield next time rather than take the blow myself. Meaning you will step in front of me. What am I going to do with you, Prince? Speaking of, I should actually fix that. Luminous Scout. Covered ally with medium ally defense. Let's go with back row. Prioritize back row. Block an attack. Being hit by... Okay. Same deal with you. Prioritize back row. Because everyone else has a guard of some kind. Yeah. Everyone has a guard of some kind, so it's no need for that. There you go. What is your involvement with Rosalind? I demand an answer now. I'm not certain what you mean. Forgive me, I didn't intend to take such a forceful tone of voice. It's simply that she seems to have grown rather smitten with you. And as her attendant, it is my duty to determine if you're truly suited to, to determine what it is you think of her. A preference, I would say she is a fine ally indeed in the fight against Zenora. And what else? You want more? In that case, I suppose she does stand somewhat close to me at times. Yet she tends to speak softer than most everyone else, so I think it's only natural that she draws nearer to me, unless perhaps there's a deeper reason than that. Oh, very interesting. The tenacity of will to command an army, alone, tinged with a slight touch of vulnerability. If this is the man that Solid Rosalind showed, then so be it. I'll approve. Approve of what exactly? Nothing. You need worry yourself over. I thank you for your assistance, Elaine. And I hope you could find it in your heart to appease my lady's wishes. For nothing can bring me greater joy. I'm not certain I understand what just happened. What is my rapport with Rosalind right now? Okay. I think we're ready.
What is it, Elaine?
I'd like you to have the ring of the maiden.
Isn't there someone else you'd rather give it to? Or am I just the most convenient choice?
Not at all. The rite of covenant can only be performed if the two parties are of one mind and one heart.
Is that true?
The rings will suffer no lies. It's you, Scarlet. It's always been you. These feelings I bear are not mere friendship, but a love both deep and utterly profound. I finally understand that now.
You know, I always thought it was my mission that kept me standing beside you. But I realized something back when we were separated. I treasure you more than I could have ever dreamt.
Then stay with me, Scarlet, until the day we both drift off into eternal slumber.
Nothing in this world could make me happier. So it's true. There's really no lying to the rings.
Ah, I just
I love you,
noticed.
Elaine, and I always will.
I just noticed the ring of the maiden is red, and the ring of the unicorn is blue. So yeah, this is basically the canonical pairing. Thus, the rings have been restored to its true power. I'm sure it will help when the time comes to face Galerius. And no doubt, I have to actually... As much as I like Yana on this team, put Scarlet in there. We have to withstand one lethal blow. Active heal. What the hell's an innocent ray? Attacks are right away with magic though. Okay. Resurrection's unneeded. That said, she doesn't have parting resurrection, so there's that. Okay. Like a sucker, reheal. Reheal, she already has reheal. Tough choice. Would be nice if she could do that. And I grant +1 and cannot... Holy Cradle would be nice. Attack a row of enemies with magic. Stores minor HP to a row of enemies, removes all debuffs. Alright, so we're gonna say prioritize front row. Because I don't want her to be using this a lot. And HP is... Yeah, so when the next turn comes over, that my units are struggling to survive, put that on. Issue is I don't have any magic conferral, unless I could give it to her. And thing is with that, I might end up losing the my bow. He does a really good job at finishing off enemies to a ridiculous degree. But perhaps I can... Perhaps Yana would be more appropriate. Because I do need magic for this formation to work. So magic conferral, tank, and then bash. That said, I could replace you as well. Because cavalry call is good. I have to think about it later. But that's that, guys. I think in terms of what I have right now, let me just look at my rapport. think we made a decent dent out of it. We're about half-ish, halfway through all the rapport. So we'll make a little bit of progress, and then we'll do a bit of rapport. But that's till next time, guys. In fact, let me just transport myself to the appropriate place. I feel like we're on the brink of getting a new unit, so we might as well just take this route. We should really be doing these, liberating all these areas and getting more towns in our disposal. But this seems to be the story route, so let's situate myself here. That will be till next time, guys. Goodbye.